Get ready for a major weather shift across the United States. This week, the nation is poised to experience a dramatic transformation in weather patterns, marking a clear departure from the relentless cold that has gripped much of the country in recent weeks. From coast to coast, the atmosphere is on the move, and the changes will be felt by millions. Whether you're in the snowy north, the chilly Midwest, or even the typically milder southern states, the coming days promise a noticeable difference in how it feels to step outside. After weeks of intense cold, a significant warming trend is finally here. The icy grip of winter is loosening, and for many, it will feel like the first true break in the weather since the start of the year. Streets that were recently blanketed in snow are now revealing patches of pavement, and the sound of dripping water is replacing the crunch of ice underfoot. People are beginning to shed their heavy layers, trading thick coats and scarves for lighter jackets and even sunglasses as the sun makes a more frequent appearance. Starting today, Monday, February 9th, 2026, millions will feel a taste of early spring. Parks and neighborhoods that have been quiet and empty during the coldest days are coming back to life. You'll see families taking strolls, children playing outside, and even the first signs of spring flowers pushing through the thawing ground. It's a welcome change for those who have been longing for a break from winter's monotony, and it's a chance to reconnect with the outdoors after weeks spent mostly inside. The bitter Arctic air is retreating, replaced by milder Pacific air, as the jet stream shifts to a west-to-east flow. This shift in the upper atmosphere is a key driver of the warming trend, as it allows air from the Pacific Ocean, much warmer than the frigid Arctic masses, to sweep across the continent. Meteorologists have been tracking this change for days, and now it's unfolding in real time. The jet stream acts like a conveyor belt, and as it moves, it brings with it not just warmth, but also a sense of renewal and possibility. This nationwide thaw will be felt almost everywhere, with the most dramatic changes in the heart of the country. The central United States, often the battleground for extreme weather, will see some of the most noticeable shifts. Snow that has lingered for weeks will begin to melt rapidly, revealing green fields and muddy roads. Cities that have been under a blanket of white will start to see color return to their landscapes. For farmers and gardeners, this is an encouraging sign that the growing season is not far off. Even areas locked in a deep freeze will see temperatures steadily climb. Thermometers that have barely budged above freezing will finally start to rise, sometimes by as much as 20 or 30 degrees over just a few days. The change will be especially noticeable in the mornings, when the air feels less biting and the sun's warmth is more apparent. Rooftops will shed their icy coatings, and the landscape will begin its slow but steady transition from winter to spring. The sun will feel warmer, and heavy winter coats may be unnecessary by week's end. For many, this means a return to outdoor activities that have been on hold for months. Kids will be able to play outside without bundling up, and adults can enjoy walks, jogs, or simply sitting in the sun. The psychological boost from brighter, warmer days can't be overstated. It's a reminder that winter doesn't last forever, and that better days are ahead. This change isn't just about comfort, it will ease the strain on power grids and help prevent problems from a rapid thaw. When temperatures rise gradually, utilities are less likely to be overwhelmed by sudden spikes in demand for heating or cooling. Melting snow and ice can also be managed more safely, reducing the risk of flooding or infrastructure damage. For city planners and emergency services, this week's weather is a welcome reprieve, giving them time to prepare for whatever comes next. For now, the story is one of relief and a welcome preview of milder days ahead. People are already taking advantage of the improved weather, opening windows to let in fresh air, gathering in parks, and simply enjoying the sunshine. It's a chance to recharge, to shake off the winter blues, and to look forward to the possibilities that come with a new season. The mood across the country is noticeably lighter as communities embrace this much-needed break from the cold. So, expect a much more pleasant week, with sunshine and warmth spreading across the nation. As the days grow longer and the temperatures continue to rise, take a moment to enjoy the transformation happening all around you. Whether you're planning to spend more time outdoors, start a new project, or simply soak up the sun, this week offers a perfect opportunity to embrace the change. The big picture for this week is clear. Winter is loosening its hold, and a brighter, warmer chapter is just beginning. The most astonishing temperature rebound of the season is about to unfold across the plains and Midwest, regions that have just endured some of the harshest winter conditions in recent memory. After weeks of relentless cold, biting winds, and snow-packed streets, a remarkable transformation is on the horizon, one that will have residents doing a double-take as they step outside. Just days ago, people here were bracing against Arctic blasts, layering up in heavy coats, scarves, and gloves, and navigating icy sidewalks as temperatures plunged well below zero. Now, a dramatic warm-up is set to sweep through, with highs expected to soar an incredible 20 to 30 degrees above the seasonal average. This isn't just a minor uptick, it's a full-on preview of spring arriving seemingly overnight. By Monday and Tuesday, the northern and central plains could see temperatures climbing into the 60s, a level of warmth that would feel extraordinary at any time in February, but especially so after last week's dangerous wind chills and frostbite warnings. Imagine the shock of trading in snow boots for sneakers or swapping out thick parkas for light jackets, all within the span of a few days. In the heart of the Midwest, cities that recently struggled to climb out of the single digits will experience a rapid and welcome thaw. Highs will leap into the 30s, 40s, and even flirt with 50 degrees by midweek. For many, it will feel like the seasons have changed overnight, as icy winds give way to gentle breezes and the sun finally breaks through the winter gloom. This isn't just a fleeting warm-up or a brief tease of spring. Forecasts suggest this milder pattern will stick around for several days, offering a sustained break from winter's relentless grip. Streets and sidewalks will clear as snow rapidly melts, and neighborhoods will come alive with the sounds of people venturing outdoors, eager to soak up the sunshine and fresh air. Of course, with such a rapid snowmelt, there's always a concern about flooding or icy patches as the water drains away. But the good news is that this warm spell is arriving without heavy rain, which means the risk of major flooding is low. Instead, the snow will gradually recede, revealing patches of grass and pavement that have been hidden for weeks. Beyond the physical changes, the psychological boost from this burst of sunshine and mild air cannot be overstated. After weeks of gray skies and frigid temperatures, the chance to get outside, feel the sun on your face, and reconnect with neighbors is a welcome relief. Parks and trails will fill with families, joggers and cyclists, all eager to make the most of this unexpected taste of spring. This dramatic shift is easily the week's biggest weather story, a powerful reminder of how quickly the seasons can turn. For the plains and Midwest, it signals that winter's harshest days are finally loosening their hold, and that brighter, warmer days are just around the corner. So, whether you're packing away your heavy coat or simply opening a window to let in the fresh air, enjoy this remarkable preview of spring. As the new week dawns across the United States, we're greeted by a striking contrast in temperatures and weather patterns. In the heart of the country, the central U.S. is already beginning to shake off the overnight chill. The sun rises over the plains, quickly warming the landscape and signaling the start of a new day. Here, the transition from night to day is swift, and you can almost feel the energy as the air loses its bite and the promise of milder weather takes hold. Meanwhile, over on the East Coast, things are moving at a much slower pace. The morning sun struggles to break through a blanket of lingering clouds, and the cityscape is still wrapped in the remnants of winter's chill. The transition here is more gradual, with the cold air stubbornly holding on as the day begins. What's keeping things so calm and chilly? A strong high-pressure system is firmly in place over the region. This system acts like a giant atmospheric anchor, holding the weather steady and preventing any major changes. The skies are mostly clear, with just a few scattered clouds drifting by, and the air remains crisp and dry. If you step outside, you'll notice your breath hanging in the air, a sure sign that winter isn't quite ready to let go. From Boston down to Washington, D.C., residents are waking up to frosty streets and sidewalks. The mercury is starting the week below freezing, and you'll see people bundled up in heavy coats, scarves, and gloves as they make their way to work or school. The cold is biting, but the air is still, and there's a certain peacefulness to the morning routine. So, if you were thinking about packing away your winter wardrobe, you might want to hold off a little longer. Those thick coats, cozy scarves, and warm gloves are still very much in demand. The chill in the air is persistent, and it's best to stay prepared for cold mornings and brisk afternoons. But there's good news on the horizon. By the time we reach Tuesday, temperatures across much of the Northeast will finally begin to climb above freezing. The sun will make more frequent appearances, and even though you'll still need your winter gear, the added warmth will make a noticeable difference. The sunshine will brighten spirits and make outdoor activities a bit more enjoyable, even if the air is still cool. The warm-up won't be dramatic, but it will be steady. Each day the thermometer will inch a few degrees higher, and you'll start to notice the subtle signs of change. Sidewalks that were icy in the morning will be damp by afternoon, and the city will slowly come to life as people shed a layer or two and spend more time outdoors. The high-pressure system remains in control, acting as a protective shield that keeps storms and precipitation at bay. This means you can expect dry conditions to persist throughout the week. There's no need to worry about snow or rain disrupting your plans, and the clear skies will offer plenty of opportunities to enjoy the winter sunshine. For those who are tired of shoveling snow or navigating icy sidewalks, this forecast is a welcome relief. Any remaining snow will melt slowly and safely, reducing the risk of slippery conditions and making it easier to get around. The gradual thaw is gentle on the landscape, allowing the ground to absorb the moisture without creating muddy messes or flooding. So, as the week unfolds, expect a cold and crisp start that gradually gives way to milder afternoons. Each day will feel a little more like the first hint of spring, with brighter skies, warmer sunshine, and the slow but steady retreat of winter's chill. It's a perfect time to get outside, enjoy the fresh air, and look forward to the changing seasons ahead. Out west, the story is all about much-needed moisture. A steady flow from the Pacific is bringing rain and mountain snow to the Pacific Northwest, crucial for drought-stricken states like Washington, Oregon, Idaho, and Montana. The Cascade Mountains and northern Rockies could see over a foot of new snow, helping to rebuild the vital snowpack. This wet pattern is thanks to the same jet stream shift bringing warmth elsewhere, while coastal cities like Seattle and Portland will need raincoats. This is the kind of weather the region celebrates. Expect periods of rain and mountain snow to continue, providing long-term benefits for water supplies. The southern U.S. is in for a spectacular week. Mild Pacific air will bring sunshine, warmth, and dry conditions from Texas to the Carolinas, with temperatures well above average. Highs in the 60s and 70s will be common, and some spots in the desert southwest and southern plains could even reach 80 degrees. This is perfect weather for outdoor activities and a welcome break from earlier cold spells. The warmth will expand into the southeast and mid-Atlantic, with a large ridge of high pressure, ensuring stable, enjoyable conditions. For much of the country, the forecast is simple, sunny, dry, and unseasonably warm, a perfect preview of spring. Florida will enjoy classic winter weather this week, plenty of sunshine and highs climbing toward 80 degrees. A strong high-pressure system will keep skies clear and rain away, making it perfect for outdoor fun. However, the lack of rain is worsening drought conditions, especially in South Florida, where a water shortage warning is in effect. The ground is becoming very dry, and water conservation is increasingly important. While the weather feels wonderful, it's a reminder that even perfect conditions can have a downside. Enjoy the sunshine, but be mindful of the ongoing drought and the need to conserve water. With any major warm-up after a snowy period, flooding is a concern. Fortunately, this week's gradual thaw is minimizing that risk. The lack of heavy rain in the Midwest and Northeast means snow will melt slowly, allowing water to soak in and drain safely. Daytime melting and nighttime cooling help manage the runoff, reducing the chance of major flooding. Some localized issues like ponding or ice jams are possible, but widespread river flooding is unlikely. This gentle transition from winter to spring is a big positive, letting communities manage the change safely and without major headaches. Here's a quick regional roundup. The Southwest starts dry and pleasant, with highs in the 60s and 70s, but could see some rain and mountain snow by the weekend. The upper Midwest will be mostly dry, with a dramatic temperature rebound and more sunshine. The Northeast will see a slow, steady thaw, with cold starts but gradual warming and no major storms. From the Carolinas through the deep south and into the southern plains, expect wall-to-wall sunshine and highs in the 60s, 70s, and even 80s. A fantastic stretch of weather for a huge part of the country. To sum up, this second week of February brings a major, welcome pattern change. A massive warm-up will replace last week's Arctic air with spring-like temperatures, especially dramatic in the plains and Midwest. The East Coast will see a gentle, dry thaw, while the Pacific Northwest gets beneficial rain and snow. The southern tier, from the southwest to the southeast, enjoys beautiful, warm, sunny days. Florida's classic weather comes with a drought warning. The gradual thaw means flooding risks are low. Overall, it's a week of transition and relief, perfect for getting outside and enjoying a break from winter's chill.